If you are still holding out hope that Willow is somehow going to walk away from this mess with her saintly reputation intact and a happy ending, I am here to tell you to prepare for a brutal, absolute reality check. The walls are closing in, and the writers are setting the stage for a downfall so spectacular, it will leave her with absolutely nothing. Anyone who thinks Drew is just going to forgive and forget after being blackmailed and nearly drowned is living in a fantasy world. The era of Willow playing the innocent victim is officially over, and the person holding the match to burn her carefully constructed life to the ground is none other than Serena Baldwin. Guys, let us talk about Serena arriving at deception. On the surface, she walks in looking like a brilliant, professional, and highly ambitious executive, ready to help Lucy Coe in this massive corporate power struggle against Tracy and Brooklyn Quartermain. But I have been watching this show for decades, and my intuition is screaming that there is so much more to her than meets the eye. I am telling you right now, Serena is not just some simple corporate pawn. She is the kind of woman who calculates 5 steps ahead of everyone else in the room. She is a master strategist, completely willing to bulldoze anyone who dares to stand in her way to achieve her ultimate goals. The writers are slowly peeling back the layers, and I suspect we are about to see a woman who does not play by the rules. We have endured this complete mess of a storyline with Willow for far too long, and Serena is exactly the kind of fierce, unapologetic powerhouse we desperately need to shake up this town. And then we have Drew. My heart absolutely breaks for him, guys. He has been through a living nightmare. Between being paralyzed by his own locked-in syndrome, being held captive, and then being pushed into a freezing lake by a panicked Nina, the man is carrying so much physical and emotional trauma. But the deepest wound of all is the heart-wrenching betrayal from Willow. This is a woman he trusted, a woman he cared for, and she turned into a cold-blooded monster who used his medical condition against him. The fact that she was willing to let him suffer, withholding his serum just to protect her own secrets, is a level of cruelty I cannot even fathom. It is outrageous writing if she does not pay for this. Drew is currently yielding to Jack Brennan's blackmail, but the deep, burning resentment he harbors toward Willow is a ticking time bomb. He is broken, he is angry, and he is desperately trying to find a way to numb the pain of everything that has happened to him over these past few agonizing months. This brings me to my ultimate theory, and I am getting chills just thinking about it. I firmly believe that Serena and Drew are going to cross paths in the most unexpected and fateful way. Picture this scene, a dimly lit upscale nightclub or a lavish post-gala party in Port Charles. Both of them are sitting at the bar, nursing their drinks, desperately trying to drown out the noise of their chaotic lives. Drew is trying to forget the nightmare of his paralysis and Willow's betrayal, while Serena is carrying her own hidden scars from a past she has never shared with anyone. They strike up a conversation, and the chemistry is absolutely instant. Two lonely, wounded souls finding a moment of genuine connection in a city full of liars and manipulators. It is exactly the kind of old-school soap opera romance that made me fall in love with this show in the first place. Because they are strangers to each other's deepest pain, I predict that Drew is finally going to open up. He is going to break down his heavy emotional walls and tell Serena everything. I am talking about the whole ugly truth regarding Willow. He will tell her about the paralyzing drugs, the psychological torture, the blackmail involving Jack Brennan's black box, and how Willow completely destroyed his life just to maintain her fake, saintly congresswoman image. Serena, being the incredibly sharp and perceptive woman she is, will listen intently. She will not judge him. Instead, she will immediately recognize Willow for exactly what she is, a highly dangerous, manipulative threat who needs to be neutralized. Serena is not going to sit back and let a good man be destroyed by a scheming hypocrite. Now, this is where it gets incredibly juicy, guys. Serena is not going to march up to Willow and slap her across the face in the middle of the Metro Court. No, she is way too smart for that. Serena is going to wage a sophisticated psychological war. She is going to use her new position at deception to quietly gather intelligence. She will smile in Willow's face, play the polite corporate executive, all while secretly digging into every single vulnerability Willow has. Serena will use her sharp intellect and her unparalleled ability to manipulate power dynamics to slowly back Willow into a corner. She will turn Willow's own allies against her, subtly leaking information and planting seeds of doubt among the hospital board and Michael's inner circle. It is going to be a masterclass in strategic destruction, and I am here for it. Can you imagine the look on Willow's face when she finally realizes what is happening? For years, Willow has relied on her innocent, doe-eyed act to manipulate the men in her life. She is used to dealing with people who underestimate her or forgive her out of pity. But Serena? Serena is a completely different breed of opponent. Willow's usual tricks, the tears, the guilt trips, the playing the victim, will be absolutely useless against Serena's ice-cold logic and ruthless determination. Willow will suddenly find herself totally out of her depth, constantly on the defensive, and completely unable to predict Serena's next move. The psychological toll this will take on Willow is going to be staggering, and frankly, it is the exact karma she deserves after the way she has treated Drew. Am I the only one losing my mind over how long it has taken for someone to finally hold Willow accountable? I have been screaming at my television for months. The way the writers have allowed her to parade around town as this moral compass while secretly committing heinous crimes is a massive disrespect to the fans. We are not stupid. We remember the hit-and-run framing involving Jordan. We remember the altered GPS data. We remember the lake incident. It has been an absolute disrespect to the fans to watch her get away with it. Ruining the character arc of so many legacy characters just to prop up Willow has been exhausting. But if they actually follow through with this Serena storyline, it will be the ultimate payoff. We need a strong, unyielding woman to step up and tear down Willow's facade piece by piece. While Serena is busy dismantling Willow's life, she is also going to be doing something incredibly beautiful for Drew. She is going to help him find his spine again. Drew has been playing the victim for far too long, trapped by Jack Brennan's blackmail and his own physical limitations. But Serena will breathe new life into him. She will remind him of the strong, capable man he truly is. Instead of letting him wallow in self-pity, she will encourage him to stand up, fight back, and reclaim his power. Their relationship will not just be based on trauma bonding, it will be a partnership of true equals. Serena will be the anchor Drew desperately needs to pull himself out of the darkness, and together they will become an unstoppable force in Port Charles. As Drew grows stronger and more confident with Serena by his side, Willow is going to completely lose her mind. Her entire sense of security relies on her ability to control and manipulate Drew. When she realizes that Drew is no longer under her thumb, and that he has a fierce protector in Serena, Willow will spiral into absolute panic. She will try to use the blackmail evidence from Brennan's box, but Serena will already be 10 steps ahead, having formulated a counter strategy to neutralize the threat. Willow will feel the power slipping through her fingers, and in her desperation she will start making sloppy, reckless mistakes. That is when Serena will strike the final, fatal blow. I can see the climax of the storyline so clearly, guys. Serena is going to uncover the ultimate smoking gun. She is going to find the undeniable proof of Willow's darkest secrets, the paralyzing drugs, the attempted murder at the lake, the framing of an innocent driver, and she is not just going to hand it over quietly. Serena will expose Willow in the most public, humiliating way possible. I am picturing a massive confrontation at a General Hospital board meeting or a lavish deception gala where Serena drops the bombshell in front of everyone. Michael, Tracy, Harrison, Chase, everyone will finally see the real Willow. She will lose her seat on the board, she will lose her reputation, and she will be left with absolutely nothing. It will be the spectacular downfall we have all been praying for. And out of the ashes of Willow's destruction, a beautiful new romance will bloom. Once the war is won, Serena and Drew's relationship will transition from a strategic alliance into a deep, profound love story. After everything Drew has suffered, he deserves a woman who will fight for him, not against him. Serena is that woman. I genuinely believe that this storyline will culminate in a gorgeous, heartfelt wedding. They will build a life together, completely free from the toxic shadow of Willow's manipulation. It will be the perfect way to close the darkest chapter of Drew's life and open a bright, exciting new era for his character. I am utterly speechless at the potential of this storyline. If the writers actually give us this, if they let Serena be the brilliant, ruthless mastermind who finally takes down Willow and saves Drew, it will be the greatest television we have seen in years. I am begging the writers Do not mess this up. Do not back down and give Willow another miraculous escape. We want the drama, we want the romance, and we want the justice. I am so incredibly hyped for the next few months of General Hospital, and I cannot wait to see Serena Baldwin absolutely dominate this town. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree with me, because my heart is pounding out of my chest just thinking about it.